Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, it's Bones here again with another AliExpress Lego model review video for you. Now to start out with, I'd like to give a big shout out to Siren Head for requesting this video. This just so happens to be the most accurate Lego model of an American style fire engine I have ever seen. Now, having said that, it does have quite a few design flaws to it that we'll get to later on in the video when we actually take a look at the fire engine itself. Now, the AliExpress description for the fire engine is Xingbao 03031, the aerial ladder fire truck. Now, I got this from Wisleo store on AliExpress for $29 US with free shipping and handling. And we'll go ahead and we'll start out with the direction manual. This is a full color direction manual, easy to understand. It's 128 pages long, which they could have shrunk down a little bit by taking some of the steps and putting them on the same page. Like, for example, right here, if they had taken this step 221 and combined it onto the same page with 222, it would have still been easy to understand, and it would have cut out about a third of the overall size of the book. But otherwise, it is what it is. There's the back side of the book. Now moving on to the spare parts, decals, and minifigure. We got the decals here, which you had seen in the picture on the front of the direction book. Pretty standard markings that you would see on an American style fire engine, especially a ladder truck like this. Some pretty basic spare parts here. Now, this spare part is actually pretty cool, because that spare part is how the minifigure's arm attaches to the body, because it actually attaches with a ball joint, which is pretty cool. And it'd be nice if actual Lego minifigures did this. Now, it's got some pretty nice printing front and back. Some pretty nice printing to the face. Now, for some reason, this guy looks a little pissed off. I mean, I don't really know why they decided to use that print, but it is what it is. Pretty standard fire helmet. It's got a little bit of a chip in it right there from where they removed it from the spline, but that is what it is. Nothing really big to complain about. Now, moving on to the accessories that come with the fire engine. They both attach with a ball joint at the end of the ladder. Now, normally on a fire engine, these would not be interchangeable. Depending upon the needs of the fire department, would depend upon which one of these they would have on the end of the ladder, or if they had anything on the end of the ladder at all. It's pretty standard man basket right here. Pretty nice little build for it. Got a couple doors on it and everything. Got a little light here. We got a little hose nozzle right here. It's got its own little light on it, which is pretty cool. Now moving on to the fire engine itself. Now, this particular style of fire engine is known as a quint. Q-U-I-N-T. And what a quint is a ladder truck that can do everything a pump / regular fire engine can do. Now on a real one of these, depending upon the fire department, there would be a bracket on one side that would hold a ground ladder on it. Now they also have an interior water tank and a pump, and as you can see right here, we got some nice printed pieces for the pump controls and gauges. Now, starting with some of the minor design flaws in this, we got some orange lights here, which would actually be red and not amber. These two lights would not be up here, and the amber light would actually be back here on the driver's side and not blue lights. Now I have come to find out that New York City Fire Department started using blue lights on the back of their fire engines. Why? I have no clue. But 99.999% of the fire departments that you see in America will not have blue lights on them at all. It'd be red and just the one amber in the back. Now, another minor design flaw is that nice pretty printed door right there. Now that in and amongst itself is not a design flaw. What is the design flaw is if we turn the fire engine around and show you the other side, the door is not printed. And that actually shows it as not being printed in the direction manual. And it shows the other door as being printed in the direction manual. So what they did was they only printed the door that you saw in the picture. We got some nice printed pieces on the outriggers, some more controls right there for the pump and everything. The outriggers are pretty standard. They're in the proper location like they were supposed to be. They actually do work like they're supposed to. One of the major design flaws with this is the ladder itself. If you go to lift it up, it pops off. They really hadn't figured out a really good way to actually secure this ladder, and that's one of the modifications we're going to make to this in the future. Now the ladder, there's the ball joint, actually has a 3-stage extension that comes out. You can see 2 of them right there, and then there's the 3rd stage right there, which is nice because it makes it nice and tall like it's supposed to be. These right here, they have a tendency to fall apart when you mess with them. You can actually see one of them starting to fall apart right there. That's another little design flaw with it. Another major design flaw, now I'm not sure if it's just this particular compartment itself or not, because most of the other compartments don't do this, but when you open it up, it pops off. And another major design flaw to this is none of these compartments have any handles on them. You can't open them from the actual outside like you can the rear compartment back here. Why they did this, I have no idea. The rear compartment's got a couple fire extinguishers in it, which is pretty cool. That's pretty much it for the major design flaws of this. Another one is you can't really get this off to get the minifigures in there rather easily. You actually have to pop these individual 1-bys and 2-bys off to be able to get them in there. Now, the front part of this actually comes off rather easily, but because this is a double window design, when you go to put this back on, you got to make sure that the windows are lined up properly, or it doesn't want to seat down like it's supposed to. Now the crew compartment actually has enough room in it for at least 5 minifigures, a driver, a front passenger, and then 3 in the back crew compartment. Now again, depending upon the fire department and its needs, some of these will actually have 4 seats in the back, 2 rear facing and then 2 front facing for a grand total of 6 crew members in the fire engine itself. Something I would like to have seen on this is some printed pieces in the back, kind of like these right here on the outriggers. That would have been nice. Another thing I would like to have seen, which would have made this even more realistic, is a little spot right here off to a little platform right here off to the side with some levers and controls on it for raising and lowering the ladder and spinning the turntable. But other than that, I mean, we got a nice printed license plate up front. If I can get it to focus. I can't. Oh well. Other than the design flaws that I've pointed out, it's actually a pretty nice model. I mean, like I said at the beginning of the video, it's the most accurate fire engine I've ever seen made out of Legos. So I'm actually happy with it. Now there will be, me being me, there will be some modifications I'll make, like these lights will be turned red. One of these ambers will be put back here on the driver's side. The other one, blue light back here, will be turned to a red light. I'll be putting some dividers here in the compartments to make them all individual compartments like on a real fire engine. But other than that, I mean, I got no other complaints than what I've already pointed out. So again, a big shout out to Siren Head for requesting this video. If they have any of these in stock at the store, I will be putting that in the a link to that in the description below. If you have any sets that you would like to see me review on my channel, please leave them in the comment section below. I have a budget limit of $30. Siren Head actually got lucky that this came in at $1 under. If it wasn't for the free shipping and handling, I probably would not have been doing this video. But yeah, if you want to see more of these, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so this way you can be notified for when new videos come out. And yeah, you can go ahead and jump over to my channel and check out my Lego aftermarket review playlist for more videos. And that's pretty much all I've got. So if you've made it this far, please hit that thumbs up button. It definitely helps the channel. And until next time, I'm Bones, you are whoever you are, and I am out of here.